Dear friends, today we are going to study 13.2 solving ratio problems, dividing a quantity in a given ratio. Let's try to understand dividing a quantity in a given ratio. Now here can be any quantity. We have this quantity. Now let's say we have ratio 1 to 3. And how we are going to do this division. Now first we need to decide into how many shares we have here totally. Totally here we have 1 plus 3 shares, it's equal to 4. There must be totally 4 shares. Then we are going to divide our quantity into 4 pieces. Now we divide it into 4 pieces. Now from here 3 share is here. As you see, this 3 share, and the 1 share will be here. Now as you see, dividing a quantity in a given ratio, we are going to do it in this form. Now let's start to solve examples. Here your example, first example. While you are reading, let me raise the board. Now what says our first example? $350 divided between Emily, Samira and Lola in the ratio 3 to 2 to 5. How much do they get each? Now let's say totally we have the quantity is $350. Now this amount is going to share between Emily, Samira and Lola. Now what is the ratio here? The ratio is 3 to 2 and to 5. Now totally to how many parts or to how many share are we going to divide the quantity? Now it will be like this one. We are going to say 3 plus 2 plus 5, it's equal to totally, there must be 10 shares totally. Now the quantity is, the amount is $350 divided by 10, it will be 1 share will be equal to $35 is 1 share, 1 part. Now Emily is going to get 3 shares multiplied by 1, multiplied by 35, multiplied by 35, it's equal to $105 for Emily. Now 2 shares gets Samira from 35, it will be equal to $70 for Samira. Now Lola gets 5 shares from 35, it will be equal to $175 for Lola. Now we found how much gets each person. Now our solution true or not, let's check it. For checking, we are going to add the shares. 5 plus 5, 10, 0. 7 plus 7, 14 plus 1, it's 15. We have 1. 1 plus 1, 2, and totally $350. Yes, our solution is true here. Now let's go our second example. Now while you are reading, let me erase the board. Now second example is divide 1 hour into the ratio 3 to 7. Now we have 1 hour. We are going to divide this one into ratio 3 to 7. Now 1 hour is 60 minutes. We know this one. Now 60 minutes, we need to divide it. 3 plus 7, it's equal to the 10 share. 60 minutes divided by, so let's write it here, 60 minutes divided by 10, the result will be 6. This is 1 share. 6 minutes is 1 share. Now 3 share will be, 3 share from 60 minutes will be, 6 minutes will be 80 minutes. Now 7 share will be by 6 is 42 minutes. Now our solution true or not for checking. Let's add them. 0 and 6 minutes. Yes, our solution is true. We solved it. Now let's go to the next example. Our next example is this one. Now students at a school were asked to vote for a trip to the museum or a trip to the zoo. There was a ratio of 10 to 3 in favor of going to the zoo. 130 children voted for going to the zoo. How many children voted for going to the museum? Now let's write the ratio is 10 to 3. Now 10 is who vote for zoo. Vote for zoo. For zoo is this one, and vote for museum. Now vote for zoo is totally 130 students. Now we don't know. Vote for museum, we don't know. How we are going to find this one? We need to find 1 share. We need to find 1 share using the ratio for zoo and the number of the students vote for the zoo. We know this one. It's very simple then. Finding 1 share. It will be 130 divided by 10. The result will be 30. 30 is 1 share. Now how many share went to the vote for the museum? 3 share vote for the museum multiplied by 13 is equal to 39. Now then students, number of the students vote for the museum is totally 39 students. Now let's go to the next example. The next example is on the board, on the screen, sorry. Gantur and Eva share an amount of money in the ratio 8 to 5. Gantur gets $21 more than Eva. How much do they get each? Now let's write the ratio here. Here we have Gantur, okay, and Eva. The ratio is 8 to 5. Now Gantur gets how many dollars? He gets $21 more. Okay. Now here let's find the difference of the shares. Now difference of the shares. Now it will be 8 minus 5. It will be equal to 3. The difference of the share is 3. Now it how many dollars? Yani 3 shares. 3 shares, it's equal to $21. Now 1 share will be equal to what? 1 share will be equal to 21 divided by 3. It's equal to $7. 1 share is $7. Now Gantur has 8 shares. 8 shares by $7 it will be equal to $56 at the end. Now Eva, she has 5 shares multiplied by $7, it will be equal to $35. Now how we are going to check this one? We can check for checking. Let's find the amount 56 minus 31. It will be equal to 35. It will be equal to $121 at the end. Now our solution, with this result, our solution is true. Now let's go to the end. The end is we are going to get our homework. Homework is, now we have 2 homeworks. First one is page 209, exercises 13a, questions from 7 to 14. The second exercise is homework 2, let's say page 211, exercises 13b, questions from 1 to 9. I hope you are going to do your job, you are going to solve your questions. You can send your questions with email to me. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.